Hello and welcome. We are 3 minutes late because our Hindi live was making a mess of everything. They had consumed our link for some reason, Shuhan and Rohit. Anyway, welcome Gargi, Devashish, Bharat. The question that we are asking: T20 series, real hype in Kolkata, real interest in Kolkata, partly because of the presence of Mohammed Shami. Can Mohammed Shami be back to his original ways, lead the Indian attack like he used to do earlier? Is it possible for him to do that? Will he be able to bowl at a good pace? Runs don't matter. We want to see his rhythm. We want to see his ability to move the ball. Kolkata is a relatively good wicket for faster bowlers. So Mohammed Shami is one part of the discussion, and I will speak to all of them. The second part of the discussion is this also the start for India to get ready for 2026? Is this when you start planning, experimenting, making your team, all of this for 2026? And what is the lineup that India will possibly go with today? England has already announced their lineup, India hasn't. What is the lineup India will possibly go with today? There's already a question. Do you play spoil sport? Let's start with Devashish. Devashish, you've been at the Eden Gardens for the last 3 days, spending every day. Yesterday also, you went back to the Eden Gardens around 7 p.m., exactly when the match time, match is about to start. Is there due? How much due? What is the impact you reckon? And should the team winning the toss decide to bowl first because of the due factor? Let's start with you, and then I'll go to Gargi and Bharat on Mohammed Shah.
Yes, Boryada, and that was the reason that the ground was covered entirely. The entire ground was covered after the Indian team practice session got over. So just to shield from the dew factor. Obviously, there has been too much dew for the last 2 days, and it will be the same today as well. So yes, considering the dew factor, there it will have a bearing on the team India picks for today's first T20 internationals. Obviously, they 10 already picked themselves, but there will be a consensus whether India going with a Nitish Kumar Reddy or whether they go in with a Washington Sundar. So, in all probability, Varun Chakravarti might play given the fact that it is kind of a home ground for him because he plays for Kolkata Knight Riders in the IPL. So the team management might go in with a Varun Chakravarti, and in that case, it will be a toss-up between Nitish Kumar Reddy and Washington Sundar. But as far as the dew factor is concerned, it is definitely going to play a huge role. And I won't be surprised if the team winning the toss decides to bowl first today.
Bharat, Mohammed Shami obviously will be a tad rusty. International cricket, whatever you do with yourself in practice, etc., is different. What are you expecting from someone like Mohammed Shami? Are you expecting full tilt? If he concedes a few runs, is that a concern for you? What will you look at as an analyst of the game? What will you look at when Mohammed Shami runs in? Rhythm, pace, ability to move the ball, the intensity as the past, how he's landing. What will you look at when Mohammed Shami runs in?
You see, when you think of Mohammad Shami, obviously, even if he's injured, even if he wakes up at 3 a.m. in the morning, you expect him to land the ball in upright seam. That's a given. So one would look at his rhythm. When I watched him here at the Chinnaswamy, that was last month, his run-up was good. It was fine. But somewhere when it came to loading and when it came to his follow-through, he was struggling a bit. That was somewhat of an indicator that he must have an issue or two with knee, swollen knee, or whatever it was. So I guess that is what the selectors would be looking at. In almost all those domestic matches, especially T20 matches, first two overs or something on those lines, Mohammad Shami used to struggle, but he would ramp up his pace in his third or fourth over. So that also selectors might be looking at whether he would from ball one get it right when it comes to his rhythm, because he's a wonderful bowler for the Indian team, but he's not getting younger. One has to consider that point as well. So with age, obviously it might take him a few more deliveries to get into his rhythm. And also T20 cricket has never been his best format. He's done well here or there. So even if he goes for runs, 35, 40 runs, I don't think selectors would be really looking at that point. They would be looking at whether he's landing the ball, whether he's getting the ball on an upright seam, which obviously he will, and how his run-up will be, how he will load up, and obviously how about his follow through. So that is what they will be looking at, his rhythm.
Gargi, what about you? When you watch this game, for example, me, when I go to Eden Gardens tonight, frankly, I don't really mind the result. Whatever happens, two good teams in a T20 format, one great innings, one great spell can change a match. I'm actually not bothered about the result because, again, bilateral T20 matches in a non-World Cup year, the results really don't matter that much. And India has had a good run in T20 cricket. I will be focusing on Mohammed Shami very closely. Is he running in hard? Is there a slight niggle that one can see? How is he fielding? Will he throw his body if there is a ball that he needs to dive and save? How is he contributing on the field? My entire focus, there is a subplot to this thing, and that is Mohammed Shami. I don't care whether he gets smashed or not. If he concedes a few runs, doesn't matter. Because as Bharat said, T20 was not his forte. I want to see how Shami bowls in the first couple of overs. If you see for the Gujarat team, he has always had impact at the top. At the later stages of innings, even if he gets smacked for 20 runs and over, I don't care. Because Shami in white ball 50 over format will be much better. We know that. But it will give us an idea how he's feeling. What will you be watching for, Gandhi?
Exactly that. Because just a few weeks ago, there was a statement put out by the NCA that he still has some swelling in his legs, this and that. Now he's fit finally after a long injury layover. Yes, he's done well in domestic circuit. Yes, he's bowled in Ranji Trophy. Yes, he's bowled for Bengal. But you still need, international cricket will be a bit different. The stakes will be higher. The pressure will be different. Of course, this series does not mean as much when it comes to uh, uh, losses or wins or whatever. But what's more important for the Indian team right now is how Mohammad Shami's body is holding up. Is he able to get his spells right? Is he able to bowl full tilt? Is he able to put in his 100% and not just, bowling 70-80%? We need a fully fit Mohammad Shami heading into the Champions Trophy, and possibly, if we're to take a reach in say the England series as well. But right now, I think Champions Trophy is more important. So 100%, like you said, I will be looking at how Mohammad Shami is bowling. Of course, you never doubt his consistency because he's been doing this for a very, very long time. You won't focus on that. What you will focus on is how his body is reacting and how his body is holding up, and whether or not he's giving his 100% or is able to give his 100%.
Devashish, will Eden Gardens help? The fact that the match is at Eden Gardens, home ground, when he was with us the other day before yesterday at that CAB function, he said, born and brought, in UP, but Bengal ने मुझे बनाया है. I was born in UP, but Bengal ने मुझे बनाया है. Eden Gardens is my home. Mohammad Shami is because of Eden Gardens. Will that help him when he runs in at the Eden Gardens?
Yeah, obviously, given the support he will get today once he steps onto the field, means the entire Eden Gardens will be cheering him. Means and that is what you want when you are making, and more so when you are making a comeback after almost 14 months. And Shami has been a crowd favorite. Means and he has as he has rightly said, although he was born in UP, but he has made his international cricket debut for Bengal from Bengal. So I think the crowd support, he will definitely enjoy the crowd support, and obviously he is one guy who knows the conditions here um, uh, very very much. So I think he will relish the fact that he is making his comeback at the Eden Gardens. Boryada.
Gagi, do these things help? I mean, had it been, say, Guwahati, had it been what, Cuttack, had it been some other stadium, because clearly these matches are around the country. The fact that it is Eden Gardens, 70,000 people shouting at the top of their lungs when Mohammad Shami runs in with that red, white ball with the blue jersey on, that is a different feeling. It's Kolkata, it's his home ground, and where West Indies Test match memories where he made his mark. I mean, those swinging deliveries, Rohit Sharma and Mohammad Shami from that time. How much will that mean to him as a player? That I'm back here. This is where I belong. Does that make a difference, guy?
I think it will be special for Mohammad Shami because say what you want, any athlete, be it across sports, if you're performing at your home ground, if you're playing an important match or an important game at your home ground, you always have this level of comfort that you know this place well, you've played here before, you've played here all your life, and it just sort of gives you that extra cushioning when it comes to, pressure, soaking in pressure, or it just feels right. It just feels good that you're at your home, you know this place, you don't have to worry about other external stuff, you don't have to worry about getting to know the conditions, or getting to know the field, because you already know it like the back of your hand. So I think there's always that level of comfort for any athlete playing at their home ground, and it always feels extra special when you're doing something like a debut or a comeback at your home ground. So it's going to be very, very special for Shami. I think it will also be very comfortable for him to make a comeback on this ground as well. And like you said, it when you think of all these things, you think, it's all coming full circle for Mohammed Shami.
Let's kind of move on to the team a little bit. Let's move on to the team. Bharat, are there going to be any surprises you reckon? Because it's more or less a set team in the T20 format now. Yes, transition, but Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, all of these fellows. Obviously, Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, maybe Nitish Reddy. If we know Nitish Reddy might just get in, Akshar Patel, and then two fast bowlers possibly in Arshdeep Singh and Mohammad Shami, and one spinner in someone like either a Varun Chakravarti, Kolkata. So Varun Chakravarti is a possibility, or a Ravi Bishnoi, one of those guys. Varun Chakravarti more because it's a Kolkata Knight Riders guy, out there, Eden Gardens, who knows. Bharat, any surprises for you? Is this going to be your team as well? Do you differ with it? How do you look at it? Because on the other side, don't forget, England has a Mark Wood 150, a Jofra Archer 150, or close to 150. There is some real pace in that lineup, Bharat.
Yeah, I don't see too many surprises. Yeah, as you talked about Nitish Reddy, he could come into the equation, or if it's the main 11, obviously you will expect Hardik Pandya to be there. So Samson, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, Surya Kumar, Hardik Pandya, maybe Rinku Singh, Akshar Patel, Arshdeep Singh, the two spinners, Bishnoi, Chakravarti, and maybe Mohammad Shami. That could be my lineup. That would be my lineup. But yeah, there could be one or two changes here or there. But I guess that would be it. But as far as England is concerned, yes, Brendan McCullum has tried to change the structure of that pace bowling unit. Chris Jordan is gone, Sam Curran is gone, all these pace bowlers are gone, Moeen Ali is gone. So in comes basically Jofra and Wood are around, but they've also picked Bryden Cars, Gus Atkinson, and that young boy, not young now, nowadays he's not young, Jamie Orton, back from back injury. So all these guys can touch 140 kilometers per hour easily, including Jamie Orton, who also has improved his batting as we have seen in the Big Bash League. So they have some pace in that in their arsenal. So yeah, it will be interesting. But as far as the Indian team is concerned, the line. This is the lineup that I mentioned. I think I would expect that.
Devashish, do you also think there will be flexibility like in the World Cup when you saw Akshar Patel being moved up the order? Or because here, if you see, it's a lot of left-handers, left, right, left, right. So Abhishek Sharma, left-hander, Sanju Samson. Tilak Verma is a left-hander, Sky, right. Hardik Pandya, right-hander. Akshar Patel, left-hander. So there is a lot of variety. Unlike this a one-dimensional Champions Trophy, right, 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 right. This has a lot of left-right combinations. Do you still reckon Akshar Patel could be used as a floater? Will they try something different? Gautam Gambhir and his think tank, or this is a set batting lineup also, and there is super firepower. Sky can hit the ball, Tilak Verma can hit the ball, Hardik Pandya can hit the ball, Nitish Reddy can hit the ball. Obviously, your two openers can hit the ball. So this has that kind of firepower, which is the new generation T20 cricket, Devashish.
Yeah, absolutely, Boryada, and that is what Akshar Patel in that press conference did mention, that the one and two are the batting order is somewhat fixed, but when it comes to number 3 to 7, we would like to keep it flexible, and that has been the tempo for this template for this Indian team. Means we have seen it in the T20 final in Barbados. So and that is what it should be when it comes to T20 core format. And given the firepower India has, they can, if suppose the openers give a solid start, then you might well look at that middle order. It is loaded with firepower in the likes of Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, and Rinku Singh. it can't get stronger than that. Means when it comes to the T20 style of batting. So and then you have an Akshar Patel who is also no mark with the bat. So I think it's a very very potent batting order. Yes, only and going forward, I think if Yashasvi Jaiswal comes in, then you can see one or two changes. But overall, if you look at this T20 setup, I think India have a solid T20 lineup going forward to that World Cup next year.
Devashi, Josh Shami is past his best. Come on, selectors should understand that he hasn't played for over a year. Reclaiming his best form is impossible with all the injury issues. Then Gargi, what about Jofra Archer? He's had many more injury issues in recent times than Mohammed Shami. Why is the England selectors picking somebody like a Jofra Archer? We've seen Australian fast bowlers go. Every fast bowler, Jasprit Bumrah came back after a year and a back surgery. Mohammed Shami did not have a back surgery; he had an ankle issue. So when we say these things, and when the bowler is making himself available, putting in the hard yards in Ranji Trophy cricket, in Vijay Hazare, in domestic cricket, why would you not pick him? And how do we know that Mohammed Shami is no longer going to be at his best?
No, I don't understand where this comment came from, but at the same time, if you get over injuries are a part and parcel of any sport, and you can get over them. It's not like if you have one injury or two serious injuries that your career is over. Most of the time, it does not mean that, and a lot of players do make good comebacks. And Mohammad Shami has put in the hard yards. He's done everything. He's played domestic. He's played red ball. He's played for Bengal. So what's the problem there? And he's done it well. You've got a clarification from NCA. So I don't understand why there's why this comment was made. It was not necessary. Any athlete can make a comeback from any injury, and Mohammad Shami is more than capable of coming back into the Indian team despite his age and despite the injuries that he's faced.
I think that's a very good answer from Gargi. A very, very good answer from Gargi.
This is a point, small point.
Yes, Bharat. Yes, Bharat. Take this. If Shami doesn't bowl above 135, we can say he's not fully fit. Thoughts? Is it about pace? Is it only about 135 or 139 or 37? Or what do you look at to gauge that Mohammad Shami is fit and ready, Bharat?
As I noted, I don't think rhythm is just about pace. Obviously, that's a part of it. But I guess one of the things, at least with Mohammad Shami, at least when I watched in a couple of domestic games here, was, as I noted, his run-up was good. It was quite good. It was somewhere between the time he loaded up and his follow-through, he seemed to be struggling a little bit. That also might have played a part in his pace being slightly down in those couple of games. But I guess pace is only a part of it. I will also add a point to what Gargi was saying. The only thing that worries me about Mohammad Shami is he's now about 35. Yes, Jofra Archer has had a lot of injuries, but he had his injuries at 28. If he has another elbow injury at maybe 32 or 33, his career might come to an end. So that is my only worry. As you get older, especially for a fast bowler, it could be slightly more difficult to go full tilt from ball one. That is something I remember even Ian Bishop once said. Ravi Shastri was asking him that when you were younger, you used to be so quick, and afterwards, when you came back from all those stress fractures of the back, it seemed like you had lost a bit of nip. He said, as you get older, obviously he was not so old, but still around 30, as you get older, it becomes a little more difficult to go full tilt from ball one or in the first over itself. So that's the only thing that worries me because obviously he's around 35 now. So maybe he will take a little more time to get charged up. That's what was happening even in domestic games where he was taking 2 overs, occasionally 3 overs. Then he was looking like the bowler of old.
I agree with you. In fact, yes, Devashish.
I also agree with Bharat because Sami for me is a rhythm bowler. Means obviously he takes a couple of overs to get into the rhythm, and once he gets rhythm, we all know what he can deliver. So I think this format might not suit because the batters will go after you right from ball one. So maybe 50 overs format and Test cricket. I think Shami is more than suited for in those two formats compared to the T20 because invariably and when you are coming back after a long injury layup, because at the back of the mind there will be always that thing going on whether how his knee or the ankle copes up. Means it will be interesting as to how he copes up with these three T20 internationals. And remember, the 3-match ODI series is also coming up. So how he copes up is a lot interesting to watch as far as I am concerned. And if we pass that test, then obviously it augurs well for India.
Agreed, agreed. And that is why, some people said, why would you play Mohammed Shami in T20s? Get him into match rhythm. Play him. Let him play 2, 3 games and then rest him for the next couple of games before you put him into the ODI setup as well. But let him play a couple of 2 matches or 3 matches because he needs game time. And international cricket and domestic cricket can't be compared. Let him feel that atmosphere, that vibe, that everything around Indian cricket once again. And someone's asking Amit. Amit's asking that Mohammad Shami looked slightly overweight. Not at all. He was with me on stage the other day. He looked lean. He has lost weight. I had met him in October at a CAB function. I hosted this CAB function the other night at the Cricket Association of Bengal. He was with me for a good, 1 hour or so. When he came in, we had a chat. And when he was on stage, he has not put on weight at all. In fact, he has shed a few kilos, looked lean to me, looked good to me. Saurav actually made that point to me that, have you seen Shami has lost weight? I said, yes. I mean, he was looking fitter rather than anything else of it. So that's 100% a fact. What's wrong with the fitness of our young bowlers? Fit Monk, Mayank and Umran, happy with IPL contracts. This is a concern, Gargi. Mayank Yadav, perhaps the best hit the deck bowler in India at the moment, continuously struggling with fitness issues. We understand there is always a concern, but this is a problem when otherwise Mayank Yadav walks into this setup, the T20 match, and you would want somebody like him there. It is a concern. It is a concern for these young fast bowlers, Gargi.
It truly is, and you have to take into consideration, I think, how much traveling and how busy the schedules are now in modern cricket. Because I think more than the matches, sometimes it's difficult to recover from the travel and all. I'm just highlighting a part of their schedule. I'm not saying that travel is responsible for the injuries, but I'm saying that it has a part in stressing your body out. The other thing is you have been seeing for the past, I think, 2-3 years, a sort of, I wouldn't want to call it a pattern, but there's been a a line of injuries when it comes to younger players. You look at, there were many injuries in the past 2-3 years, and I think that was a bit of a concern there. Remember, we were all saying that NCA was where everyone is, all of a sudden all of the players are there, everyone's injured, we don't know what's happening, all the young players are in there, young fast bowlers. So it definitely is a concern at this moment. But I think it also has a lot to do with how cricket has evolved, how busy the schedules are now, and they're constantly playing cricket match after match, constantly traveling. So there has to be something that needs to be done to protect these players and their bodies from huge loads.
There are just 2 questions for you. One, someone's asked, I don't know who, just quickly check. Is Eden Gardens sold out for tonight? What kind of a crowd are you expecting? And will there be anything for the spinners? You had a chat with Shujanda. You've been there for the last few days. What are your thoughts? Demand, tickets, huge number of fans yesterday as well. So will it be a sold out day, or what's going on at the Eden Gardens? Devashish.
I think it will be a near sold out. Means obviously whether it's going to be a full house, I still have some doubts, but it's going to be a near sold out because Eden Gardens has a capacity of over 60,000. So one would expect that it will be near about 60,000, but whether it's going to be a full pack, jam pack, I still have some doubts because there are a few complimentary tickets which are still available. But whether the crowd, whether the Kolkatans will come out in numbers in supporting pitch, because you remember a T20 match is being staged after 2022 February, means when Eden Gardens hosted 3 T20 internationals against West Indies. So it's a long time. It's a long time that a T20 internationals is being played at Eden Gardens. Coming back to your second questions, whether spinners will get some assist, I think that. If you look at the recent past, the Eden Gardens have the wicket at the Eden Gardens have favored the fast bowlers. It has been fast and pacey and bouncy. So the fast bowlers have better purchase, and that is the reason that England are going in with 4 fast bowlers in the likes of Overton, Atkinson, Archer, and Mark Wood. So clearly, Brendan McCullum who also knows the Eden Gardens well, having played for KKR. So I think England, by picking those four fast bowlers, there is definitely an indication that the wicket might assist the fast bowlers. And obviously Indians will go in with two fast bowlers and Hardik Pandya coming in. It will be interesting whether Hardik opens the bowling today. So that is something. India needs Hardik Pandya. The role of Hardik Pandya will be very crucial going forward to the T20 World Cup, because if he can manage to bowl those 4 overs, then and with Nitin Reddy also coming into the plans, I think that augurs well for India. I just, Boria, want to add one thing about Mohammed Shami's fitness. During the Ranji Trophy, he used to go every day an hour before the team went for practice. He used to go in with his physio and the support staff and train. And also he has stopped taking rice. So that and Shami, we know he is very favorite with, he loves his biryani, but he has just sacrificed taking biryanis. And there is a particular restaurant in Calcutta where, I mean, he just loves having those biryanis. But then he also knows that it's time to get back. It's time to make his comeback a successful one. So he has just stopped taking rice, just stopped taking biryanis. So and you could look at the determination and the way he answered to your questions in that CAB event. Means there is a lot of fire within. Means obviously he also himself knows the way he was out of the reckoning in the India colors, and then to be making this comeback. And these 6 matches coming up will be incredibly important for Mohammed Shami, the bowler.
Absolutely, and he did look hungry the other night when he said to the young kids, under 15, under 19 girls and boys, that आपको एक बार ये blue jersey पहन के इंडिया के लिए खेलना चाहिए, मैं आपके लिए pray करूं. And you could understand that India jersey means a hell lot to him. But the only thing is, Devashish mentioned the biryani. He's not taken me there, so that is something that he needs to do. Devashish, you and I have not left biryani. We can still go. For Mohammed Shami, you and I will go. Don't worry. Plenty of questions. Okay, Pankaj Yadav, you've been spamming quite a lot. Will I invite Ridhiwan Saha for the conclave? And before that, you had asked me whether I consider Ridhiwan Saha a legend of Bengal cricket or not. Absolutely, I do. Not the League of Ganguly. There is nobody in Bengal of the League of Saurav Ganguly. There's Saurav Ganguly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From 10 onwards, the others will come. Make no mistake. Captain, 115 test matches, transformation. Saurav Ganguly is in a different league altogether. But someone who has played 40 test matches, Ridhiwan Saha, absolutely a legend of Bengal cricket. Arun Lal, legend of Bengal cricket. Manoj Tiwari, legend of Bengal cricket. No mistake about it. Absolutely no mistake about it. Will I invite him to the conclave? I invite good people. Sport is about character building. If he apologizes to me and the family, 100% I will. Let him rectify his mistake first. Because being a good cricketer doesn't make him a good human being. So I hope you've got your answer. If he apologizes, he should show the courage to apologize for the lies. If he does, welcome. Shami is a great guy off the field. Most hard work. Vaibhav Taragi. Gargi, take this question. Good one. Manoj Tiwari. Now, of course, Manoj Tiwari is a legend of Bengal cricket. Who said Manoj Tiwari is not? Somebody who scored thousands and thousands of runs for Bengal and captained Bengal with distinction. Manoj Tiwari is not a legend of Bengal cricket. 100% is a legend of Bengal cricket. Make no mistake. Shami is a great guy off the field. Most hardworking player, super skilled. Guys like Mayank and Umran should draw motivation. Vaibhav Taragi. Gargi, take that.
I mean, I think you guys would be better suited to answer this because I don't know him off the field. But I'm sure that I've heard from a lot of people that he's one of the most humble players, to ever walk this earth. And
okay, so your answer tells me that next time when you're here, we need to introduce you to Shami, because that's necessary. But yes,
he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Great guy. Means obviously he will die for you. Means you can vouch for him if you put it. Definitely he's a team man, thorough team man. And you talk to a Virat Kohli or a Ravi Shastri, they will just raise up their hand and tell that we want Shami any day in their side. Man, Shami is a great asset to have. And just you don't have to go back. I mean, just that the World Cup at home means he was not even considered for the first few matches, and ever since Hardik Pandya was injured and he came into the side, look at his performance. And in fact, he carried that injury. For one, Shami's character, he was injured. He was taking injections just to ensure that he go on to play the World Cup final. And remember, he knew at the back of his mind that he will be out for a considerable length of time if he take the risk of playing. But he did that. So that itself tells us the determination. And he's a friendly guy. And obviously, Boriada knows he's a great guy to get along. So and also you see that the roar for Shami when once he steps. I think he will get the loudest cheer today at the Eden Gardens. Even considering the likes of Rinku Singh, Surya Kumar Yadav, I think the loudest roar will be reserved for Mohammed Shami today.
I'm going to watch him. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone. I don't like watching T20 cricket that much. I'm actually going to just see Mohammed Shami bowl because there are some things you can't see on television. You need to see how he's walking around the boundary, where he's fielding. These things you can see when you're at the ground. You need to see him train. So that is, I'm going only to see how Mohammed Shami is loading up and getting ready. Because for me, he's a key cog in that Indian team in the Champions Trophy. Shubh Shukla, Delhi people are very happy and can't wait for 30th Jan. I hope Shubha and you will come. No, Gargi will cover and Rohit Juglan will cover. So there's no reason for Shubhan to go. Shubhan is covering the Haryana game today. He's covering Anshul Kamboj because we think Anshul Kamboj has a real good chance of making the team for England. So Bharat will cover Bangalore. Shubhan will cover along with Devashish Bengal. So there are people who will cover across the country. Don't you worry. Please pronounce Neeraj Chopra sir and Himani ma'am soon. Are Bapre. So, unbelievable. Himani ma'am, Neeraj is a great guy, but his wife, it is entirely their call. She's not a sports person. There is no reason for us to make this platform a page 3 platform. Neeraj 100%. But why? I mean, there are certain domains, the private domain or the personal domain, that one should leave, right? So we should respect that. If Neeraj wants to do it, if she wants to do it, then yes. But there's no push from our end at all. Never. Bumrah fitness update, nothing after the Agarkar press conference. So let us wait for the BCCI on this. Bharat, Ramit Mukherjee has asked me this question for the last 10 days. How can I become a professional umpire? You take this assignment and give him some personal coaching on this. I don't have an answer to this. Bharat, you have a quick answer to that?
You have to give exams.
Yeah, first of all, I have to give exams. Obviously, that's the way to go. Either state association, whoever it is, if it is some Saurashtra State Association or KSCA, whoever it is, you have to give exams through that, and then obviously there could be some other tests like that could happen. But I guess the first one is you have to go through the written test.
Gargi, team, is it one between Nitish Reddy and Rinku Singh, or can we both play? Can we fit both in? Can we just let's have the teams. Gargi, why don't you go first? Yeah. Your team for tonight?
You've got Abhishek, Sanju, Tilak, who comes in? Surya, Rinku, Hardik,
5, 6,
Aksar,
7,
NKR,
8,
then the bowlers.
Shami 9, Ashdeep 10.
Ashdeep and Bishnoi.
So no Varun.
Oh.
So no Varun. That is why this is a bit of a sort of a strange one. Okay, you think about it. Devashish, what's your team? Is this the same team? Do you get both Rinku and Nitish into the team, or you leave Nitish out?
Rinku will be in the side. Clearly due to the fact that he along with Varun Chakravarti also play for the KKR and also Gautam, when you have someone like Gautam Gambhir at the helm, Abhishek Nair. I mean, I'm not taking KKR into account, but you can actually feel that they would be in the playing 11. So For me, Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson opens the batting, followed by Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, Rinku Singh, Akshar Patel, Mohammed Shami, Varun Chakravarti, Arshdeep Singh, and it will be one between Nitish Reddy and Washington Sundar.
Bharat?
I guess I noted my 11 then itself.
Go for it once more. Come on.
Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, yeah, Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Rinku Singh, Akshar Patel, Arshdeep Singh, Ravi Bishnoi, Chakravarti, and Mohammad Shami. I don't know whether India want to pick another pace bowler, depending on the conditions at Eden Gardens, then it is Harshit Rana or whoever it is. So I think that would be my side. Just wanted to add a point on this BCCI thing. I just
One
said
second.
it in general terms.
Devashish did not include Ashdeep. Devashish, you did not include Ashdeep.
Yes, I did include. For 11th one will be a toss-up between Reddy and Washington Sundar.
So no Ashdeep. Or Ashdeep is there.
No, that is what. Arshdeep is there. Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, Rinku Singh, Akshar Patel, Mohammad Shami, Varun Chakravarti, Arshdeep Singh. Those are your 10. Then you have either pick Nitish Reddy or Washington Sundar.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, Bharat, your point about BCCI?
Yeah, umpiring thing. I just wanted to add a point. I just said it in general terms about taking an exam. So here it is of 2-3 years of experience. I apply for the BCCI level 1 umpire exam, which includes a 3-day coaching class. And successful candidates then will undergo an interview before progressing to level 2 exam. That's what basically it is.
Somebody named himself Jofra Archer and has said, I'm not going to spare anyone tonight. Unbelievable. On a serious note, we've got to close the show in 3 minutes. Gargi. Pardon me?
Sorry. I'll just a counter argument to what he said. Just a joke. There is also our Surya Kumar Yadav first ball that Jofra Archer bowled a bumper at Surya Kumar Yadav. That's his first T20. And he
100% correct. And that's the best shot one could play. And Surya Kumar Yadav announced himself at the world stage with that shot. But Gargi, another player who will want to do something extraordinary is Hardik Pandya. Not vice captain, multiple snubs, so much to prove. He knows this is his platform. He's just showman. So this is also Hardik, and he's essential for India in the white ball format. Your thoughts on Hardik Pandya?
He's been one of the most important cogs in the wheel of Indian cricket, especially white ball cricket now. And so much has happened in Hardik Pandya's life in the past 1 year that I think this is his comeback year. It's a new year to 2025, new Hardik Pandya, new start to Indian cricket white ball. Let's go. I'm looking forward to watching, to see the old Hardik Pandya, just aggressive with the ball, so penetrative with the ball, smashing sixes with the bat. That's the Hardik Pandya I want to see this year.
Agreed. He's a very close friend of mine, and I've seen him from his worst days.
And the best part is, he was seen enjoying during the practice sessions, having a long chat with. And yes, if someone is at the back end, if they can play, when Hardik Pandya boarded the timbers, the fans outside, they were cheering him, and he could actually do a fist bump. So he is clearly enjoying the moment, and definitely one would expect Hardik Pandya to perform brilliantly today. In fact, the entire white ball series.
I'll close the show saying one simple thing. People who are saying age, people who are saying Mohammed Shami can't do, all Mohammed Shami needs to do is just go and watch the Novak Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz match. Finished. If you see the first set and if you see the way Alcaraz was moving first set, and then the way Novak Djokovic played, it was an epic. Absolutely. I mean, the physicality of that man at 1 a.m. in the morning in Melbourne. Mohammed Shami just needs to watch that game. Any one of you who is saying that age is an issue, it is not. It is no longer. With sports science, with all of these things, you can do it. You can. I mean, 4 overs is all Mohammed Shami needs to bowl. This guy playing 4 hours, Novak Djokovic. I'm not comparing physicality at all, but there is enough inspiration there. Enough inspiration there. Unbelievable. Novak started acting after the first set. Do what you want, boss. He was playing the shots. That's why he won, not because he was acting. This is like saying the wives were responsible for the defeat and not the players. Nonsense. Uh, Sanju Samson 320 tons. Bharat Ramraj closing comment. Sanju Samson dropped from the Champions Trophy. His platform as well to make that point. The moment he scores, he knows that there will be a huge roar because Sanju Samson has, he's in that zone of his career now. So he too will need this platform now, this series to make a point. Bharat Ramraj, closing comments.
Yeah, obviously, he has got three T20 hundreds as well coming into this particular series. So if he scores more runs, there would be more pressure on the selectors. So obviously, he's missed out on the Champions Trophy squad, but at least maybe if someone gets injured during the England-India series, ODI series, for Sanju Samson to get into that particular squad, who knows? It might happen. So he's in great form as far as this format is concerned, and opening the batting suits him as well because he can play shots, go out there, play shots, play with freedom, play with a sense of adventure. So this is his chance, and maybe, hopefully, Sanju Samson, at least from his point of view of his fans, he will go and get a huge score, and everyone will be delighted, and he'll prove a point.
Arrange a good Cal-based astrologer for Samsung, else he will become Nokia. What? Poor joke. Okay, on that note, folks, Tanisha and Kapila have just won their match in Indonesia Open, and Ayush pushed Shiuchi to the brink 21-19, 21-19, had the lead at one point in time, and then Shiuchi, big world number one of the greatest now in the circuit along with Axelsen, managed to come back. Had Ayush held his nerve, who knows? Had Ayush held his nerve, he could have actually beaten Shiuchi in that match early morning today. Not early morning, around 9ish or 10ish. So yes. I mean, plenty of sport going on. Devashish Sen will join me from the Eden Gardens. Gargi and I will be back. So will be Bharat. We will bring you all the action. 4-5 of our people will be at the Eden Gardens. Devashish will be there. Shomik will be there. Atra will be there. I will as well be there. So a lot of action coming your way from the Eden Gardens today in the afternoon. We are back at 5 p.m. We are back at 5 p.m. with all the crowd build up, with all the noise, all the atmosphere from around the Eden Gardens. For the moment, Devashish Sen, Gargi Raut, Bharat Ramraj, thank you very much for joining me. To everyone watching, thanks a lot, folks. Thanks a lot. This is the only sensible channel. Imagine the plight of journalism in India if there is one sensible channel. Thank you very much for joining us.